Hello students. Today I am going to discuss about the PCB design. So PCB is one of the important component of our electronics science or engineering. You can tell that. So the printed circuit board provides both the physical structure for mounting and holding electronics component as well as the electrical interconnection between the components. So this thing will can able to tell it is PCB. Suppose this is a diagram. So in this diagram, we can able to see there are different types of components are there, and it is interconnected by the wires. So this is nothing but a called PCB board. So the deep dive into principle, process, and precision behind printed circuit board design and the foundation of every modern electronic device. So that means it is a very important thing. And modern electronics, we can't imagine without the PCB. So PCB is a first of all, we have to first find out any idea of the circuit and convert into PCB. So every electronic device from your smartphone to complex industrial system begins with a blueprint. That means first we need to design the circuit or need to plan the idea. So after that, this circuit we have to simulate, uh, validate through some simulation. After that, the blueprint is the printed circuit board design, and the physical design it is called PCB board. So there are different type of advantage of this PCB board is there. First of all, the size of component assembly is reduced with corresponding decrease in weight. So the PCB board, it is not any bulky. So for this reason, our everyday the different electronics devices we are using, suppose the smartphone, suppose the laptop, suppose the some other electronics devices, iPad, all inside these devices, the PCB board must be there. And also the size of the device is not be bulky, and the weight and size also be reduced by with the if we introduce the PCB board. So a well-designed PCB ensures reliability, performance, and cost efficiency. Poor design choices at this stage can cascade into expensive failure during the manufacturing or in the field. That means before I go for the hardware design of PCB, I have to ensure that my design is very much accurate and efficient. Without that, I am not be tell that my PCB design is okay. So, uh, what is PCB already? Already I told. So the it is a backbone of modern tech or technology. You can say a PCB is a non-conductive substrate, typically FR4 fiberglass with copper traces etched into its surface. These traces replace the tangled mass of wires found in early electronics, providing both mechanical support and precise electrical connections. So, if I classify the PCB, if I classify the PCB, there are two types of classifications of PCB is available. So here, if I write classification, there are two types of classifications are available. One is based on use. Another is based on layers. Okay, so based on use and based on layers. So in the based on use, there are also three types. One is for professional use, another is for consumer, and after that, another will be high high reliability. So there are three types of uses of PCB are there as per the based on use, and the based on layers, there are actually three types of PCB boards are there. One is called single layer board, another is double layer board, another is multi layer board. Another type of PCB board also be available. It is called flexible, and sometimes it is called rigid also. Okay, so first of all, if we discuss about, if I the consumer based on use, if I classify, uh, if I first talk about the consumer, consumer, so actually the products, everyday electronics product, what we are using, suppose TV, basic instruments, our smartphone, the PCB board, what we are using in this type of devices, it is nothing but a called consumer product. So users always try to take low cost based materials with higher tolerance, and the electrical properties of this type of devices are also less critical. Next, it is coming into the point, it is called professional. In the professional, made of better quality material, better electrical and environmental specification, and control fabrication technique used. And next, it is called high reliability. So high reliability means best quality electrical specification, high quality base material, high control fabrication technique, and normally used in strategic application. That means particular application. Suppose any space research, any defense related anything. So some particular application we need to use this high reliability PCB. Suppose if I use smartphone or our television, it is not any particular, it is not used for any particular application. It is for general. Television is suppose the PCB is general, but when we are use some healthcare um, application, in that time the PCB what we going to design, it is very much particular, very much specific. Okay, so this is the classification of PCB based on use. So based on layer, there are three types mainly: single layer, double layer, multi layer, and also another classification is many people uh, they are justified. It is called rigid PCB or flexible. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to discuss about the single layer boards. The single layer boards means simple design, one copper layer, and it is a, you can tell it is a origin of PCB technology. So if I draw the single layer PCB, so it is like that. This is single sided PCB board. Suppose it is a single sided PCB. So this is the PCB board. So this is a shoulder point. These are the shoulder point. What soldering is happen, and this is suppose copper contact. So suppose if I imagine one resistance, I am taking, suppose it is one resistance, I am taking, and it will be must be through shoulder point. It is must be through shoulder point, and lamination will be there here. Lamination. So this is the called single sided PCB. So the wirings available on only one side of the insulating substrate. That means only the wiring is available in backside. You can see here because the copper connection is there. So the only wiring is there available in the backside, and it is a very general PCB design. So manufacturers mostly using print and etch or die cut method in the single layer board. Okay, so what is the benefits of single sided PCB? So first of all, low manufacturing cost due to simple design, easy to produce, and widely understood by manufacturers, faster production with fewer errors, suitable for high volume, low cost applications. So simple thing, that means this type of PCB, it is very simple and very simple design, and low manufacturing costs are there, easy to produce, and if my design is simple, my all circuit is very simple, so automatically the errors will be very less. So for this reason, this type of PCB is very much, you can tell, very simple application we can able to use, and very popular design also, this type of PCB. Okay, so in my next video I will discuss about the other types of PCB, suppose double layer, multi-layer and flexible. I will discuss. So I must be thankful to my students, those who helped me to um, deliver this video, and they many students helped me to prepare this presentation also.